Basically, the first time that I ever tried cocaine, I sort of knew in the back of my mind that it wasn't good, because it was the first time sort of in my life that I felt like all the problems that I had, they would go away.
Brantt Myhres spent 8 years in the NHL on 6 different teams.
Now we have a scuffle going on at the blue line. Reed Lowe involved with Brantt Myhres for the Predators.
Here right from the face-off is Myhres and Larac.
And they're slugging it out toe-to-toe.
Brantt Myhres, one of the heavyweights in the league.
Drugs and alcohol plagued his entire career.
The alcohol was always heavy, but it wasn't until I made it to the NHL where drugs were being offered.
Myhres failed his 5th and final drug test in 2006, earning a lifetime ban from playing in the NHL. Soon after, he hit rock bottom.
All I remember is being handcuffed, and I was in the snow and I had 2 cops on me, and it turned out that I was at my sister's place for a barbecue, and I lost time from 7 o'clock at night until I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. That for me was the start of a real shift in my thinking. I'm gonna get sober, or I'm either gonna end up, killing myself, killing somebody, or going to jail. I spent 8 months in treatment, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I just had this feeling that, you know what, I think my experiences from what I've been through can hopefully help somebody else down the road.
In 2015, off-ice incidents had an impact on the LA Kings. GM Dean Lombardi knew the team needed a new approach for their players.
I think given what we experienced, certainly prompted me to do a lot of investigating in terms of what in fact is going on out there, and some of the temptations our players are now exposed to.
I got an email from Dean. Basically, it was get down to LA and let's figure out a way that we can put something together for the best interest of the players.
Based out of the Kings practice facility, Myhres makes his home in a former equipment closet. Above the hum of the washing machines, he operates as the director of player assistance.
10% of our population is addicted to something. So if you do that on a team with 24 guys on a roster, no matter what team it is, there's going to be 1 or 2 guys that are going to have issues.
I think the other thing that we forget to realize, when you're dealing with young people at 20, 21 years old, and you're handing them $40, $50 million, that is an enormous change of lifestyle.
In addition to Myhres, Lombardi enlisted the help of Chris Herron, a former NBA player and recovering addict, who uses his story to inspire others to seek help.
Most teams, it's just a one-visit deal, where the Kings' Dean wanted multiple visits. He wanted me to try to develop relationships with players.
It's great to give a speech, and you can have an impact, but the reality is that's going to wear off. This is no different than, coming to the rink and training every day.
Developing trust isn't easy. Herron and Myhres understand it will take time for the players to open up.
I know what it's like to be in a dressing room with 24 guys and have, basically that's like your safe haven, to have any outside influence come in. At times can be tricky.
I think so much of what he has to do is gain the trust of the players before you can help them. You're not going to solve these problems overnight.
18 months into the program, the LA Kings recognize that the best players are those that control what's happening both on and off the ice.
A lot of people see an athlete sometimes as a sprinter. We're going to have them for a short period of time. To me, that's what's so admirable about this, is that they're not seeing just the sprinter. They want to develop the player.
That's our responsibility, and I feel comfortable now that we are doing everything possible. But it's never going to end. It's always going to be temptation.